Look, y'all, I can understand doing the little wave. I can understand you doing a little dance. But really, y'all, to be out here doing splits at a graduation ceremony, we don't think that's a bit much. The only thing that makes sense to me is that this is literally for views and clicks. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Blue. This is a channel where we find the truth, seek understanding, and be the light. And this is probably not going to seem like it's very light-like, but honestly, guys, it's like, what is going on here? What are we doing? What are we literally doing? We're out here at graduations doing the most. This generation is out here doing the most at graduations. Now, granted, no, I've been through quite a bit of graduations. I haven't been through graduations all over the U.S. And I know depending on where you are, what state you're in, your graduation ceremony may be doing a bit much. But I don't know. It's just something about this generation that just seems to be weird. And again, I don't know if it's social media, but I don't ever recall hearing about craziness that's going on in graduation ceremonies. I don't ever recall hearing about these ridiculousness that these students are doing at these graduations. And apparently there's this young chick, Tyvian Campbell, 18-year-old, recent graduate of Chicago Tech, is just out here doing the most. In my perspective, some may think otherwise, but from my perspective, it's giving me vibes of you just out here trying to get views. You just out here trying to get clicks, trying to draw attention and all that stuff. Because why did you have to do all that? But if you guys don't know, let's just go ahead and get to the video and see what we're talking about.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, and before I even say anything, before we even continue, everybody's going to be different. I understand that. The thing that I dislike about dancing, especially when it comes to, and of course people are going to hate me about saying this as well, very sexual in a sense. These type of dances, and in most cases, you don't really see this type of dancing, quote unquote, unless it's somewhere like Magic City. I don't want to get specific terms. You guys know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. And she's 18. So why is it that an 18-year-old is deciding to do this type of dance at a graduation ceremony? And you're telling me that this is a celebration of, guys, call me old, call me whatever. Celebration. This is just a kid that's trying to celebrate. Bro, this is not going to leave. As we always say before, whatever you put on the internet is going to stay on the internet. And it's like this individual, you not only did that, but now you're going to try and defend what it is that you did. And it's just going to be here on the internet. And it's probably not going to be a big deal for most people. But it's like, yo, what are we really doing, guys? Why are we really doing this? You're just that excited that you need to do a sexual move gesture at your ceremony to draw attention. It was that much. I mean, and again, this seems like it's just a matter of the culture. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going.
My name is Tyvian Campbell / Siki Sue, and I'm reporting
Siki
here
Sue.
I've come here to talk about how I've been wrongfully done at Chicago Tech Academy and how I didn't receive my diploma because I did a split on stage. Now, a quick backstory. I've been telling these people for weeks that I was going to do a split on stage. It was not a surprise. They just thought I was joking. And that's the problem now. Don't think I'm joking because I'm not. So, yeah, I did my split on stage, and I walked across, and it was an area where you're supposed to take pictures with your diploma. And the person who was handing out my diploma, she was just looking slow. Well, excuse me, not slow. But she was standing there looking crazy. So I'm like, babe, what are you doing? Hand me my diploma. And she's like, I honestly thought that they mixed up my name and didn't have my name in the right order. I didn't even think that she was purposely not trying to give me my diploma at first. And then everyone's telling me, oh, just go back and get it, go back and get it. And I'm like, wait, you're telling me to go back and get the diploma, and she's telling me to keep walking. So what do y'all want me to do? So I was just confused. I ended up keep walking across the stage, and I was standing there for a minute. I was standing there like, I'm not moving until I get my diploma. I'm not moving until I get my diploma. Why didn't you give me my diploma? So I ended up sitting down. Long story short, everybody was like, sit down, sit down. So I had a seat. I went, sat down, whatever. After I sat down, I was escorted out of the graduation ceremony, and I was taken outside by a dean. And I was met with my principal, Shackleford, Miss Shackleford, Zatea Shackleford to be exact. And I was met out there, and she was beyond angry, like livid. It was genuine tears in her eyes, and her mouth was shaking. She was really, 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 really upset. And she's like, you need to figure out a way how you're gonna make up for this. You're not getting your diploma until you figure out a way how you're gonna make up for what you just did. And I'm like, wait, I have to figure that out, or do you have to figure that out? So yeah, this was honestly just a confusing experience. Long story short, I ended up leaving. I didn't even get to do the left to right or right to left with the graduation cap because I was really upset. Like, I was really upset. And then to end this off, the next line of students who went, a girl went up that stage and did a, so let me tell y'all something. That girl still received her diploma and everything. But my act, the whole world shook. So yeah, it's been countless of times where I've been punished more than another student just because of me. I think the school has something personal against me. Why? I have no idea.
And that's everybody's mindset. It's always going to be like that. It's always somebody that got something against me. I don't know. Maybe it may be based off of your actions and what it is that you're doing, and seem to not have no, I don't know, class with it. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure. Again, whatever the second girl did, not good either, but not a whole skeptical. You literally came up and dropped it like it's hot. Like, again, a woman from Magic City does with ease, and you're 19. That could be what really set off the principal. Who knows? But to me as a parent, to me as a father, for you to be doing something like that at a graduation ceremony, yeah, graduation ceremonies can be boring and can be long-winded. I get that. But I don't understand what's the point of doing all that, girl. Like, it was not necessary by no means. I really don't understand it. And we've been seeing this a lot as of recently. For sure, when it comes to these graduations, I just don't understand what's going on.
Normal graduation handshake. And we're already off the rails. Bro, they said accept your diploma, not summon the spirit of a TikTok dance challenge. Lost the heel in 0.2 seconds. Smooth, real classy. Nothing says I earned this degree like immediately looking like you got evicted from the club at 2 a.m. Straight up look like a malfunctioning inflatable tube man at a car dealership.
So yeah, I really don't understand. But again, I'm not a teenager. I'm not influenced by these TikToks and stuff like that. Apparently that whatever that one chick was doing as far as like the whole dancing situation and going wild, apparently others have been doing that exact same dance. So it seems to be a trend thing to just be a disturbance at graduations. And the thing is, it's like, do something quick and be on with it. Do something quick. Whatever it is, you got to do a shout out, like I said. Nothing too extravagant. Because at that point now, you're drawing the attention of everybody to you when there's other people that still got to walk. I think that's kind of the real inconsiderate part. When they say, please refrain from clapping, because when you got those people that want to be loud as heck, the black people that want to continuously be loud as heck, if they got the next person that may have one or two people that's there, their name is trying to be called and their name might get missed because they're moving on with the ceremony. Meanwhile, your family's still yelling like they wild. And that's just one thing in and of itself. But then when you have individuals that's out here dancing on the side, you're causing people to draw attention to you and not pay attention to those that are still walking. When you're out here doing these provocative splits, it's like, bro, why that? At a graduation ceremony, what is the reason of this? This is again the extraness that comes from the culture that I don't know, man. I don't think it's needed. I really don't think it's needed. This is just something, this is a ceremony that is just like, oh, people want to be different. People want to spice things up with the ceremonies, make it entertaining, whatever the case may be. They want to claim that it's a matter of celebration. Bro, celebration, man. I don't know. You guys give me your opinions on this thought process that I have, at least. The idea of it being a celebration and just going buck wild and extremely happy, it just sounds to me like you weren't going to make it. You weren't going to make it. There was a high chance that you were going to get expelled and you didn't know what was going to happen, but you managed to get out. So to me, when I hear this, I'm just like, and the fact that she had like a 3 point something GPA and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, well, and you're going to college, that's great. You did it, you graduated, walk across the stage. I don't see where the heavy excitement is to where you feel the need to do that. I don't see where the high praise is to where you feel the need to do that, aside from you just wanting to bring attention to yourself. There are plenty of other things that you could have done, but that's just something that you wanted to do. And I blame in part social media again. Now, this is a situation that's also still as bad, but when you listen to exactly what was going on, coming from a high schooler, I expect it. Let's go ahead and check that out.
The news, fists were flying instead of graduation caps at a ceremony for Kings Canyon Unified. What should have been a milestone for the students instead turned into a brawl involving some graduates and even someone in the stands. Action News reporter Anna Torrea reports tonight with the response from law enforcement and what some say may have started the violence.
From celebration to chaos. Cell phone video captured by an ABC 30 insider shows when a fight
At a graduation? Where my new sound effect at?
Tragic!
it broke out at a graduation for Kings Canyon Unified School District's alternative education programs. The ceremony was held at Reedley High School's football stadium. Video shows two young men punching each other. Seconds later, two others join in. Another graduate is seen trying to separate the young men. Once it appears that fight settles down, another altercation breaks out. More fists are flying.
Another one. I even know that.
Attendees rushing the field. A woman in a brown shirt can be seen punching another person. Police and district administrators work quickly to calm the situation, and several people are escorted off the field.
And the whole point of like graduating high school is to learn to become a better person as well. So I think they should have done better. They should have known.
But family members of Adam Velasquez, one of the men arrested, tells Action News that the 19-year-old worked very hard to earn a diploma after his brother was killed several years ago, adding that he's a good kid who only wanted to make his loved ones proud. Adam's family told us while waiting in line to get his diploma, another graduate insulted his late brother unprovoked. That's when his emotions got the best of him.
Okay. So again, situation like this, all of this is an issue at the end of the day. This is all the same. This is all an issue at the end of the day. But what I want to point out is we see this situation happening. This is in California. It looks like this is an area where majority of these students are more than likely Hispanic. Okay, cool, whatever. Depending on where you're at in California, I know that Hispanics, they have some, their culture similar to the black culture as far as drugs, gangs, violence, not too much to the same degree, but you kind of get where I'm getting from here. I'm trying not to sound like I'm racist, just saying that Hispanics are all violent. That's not the case, but clearly there's some issues. Why would somebody unprovoked come to you at a graduation ceremony and talk about your brother that passed, not even knowing exactly how the brother passed? We don't know, but for that to happen, that would only clearly mean to me that it's either this school got way too much drama, or two, this has to be some type of gang related situation, which I can see happening considering that it is California. And for him to try to do what he can to graduate, this looks like an individual that may have been caught up in that situation, or maybe his brother was, to then get to a point where now he's graduating and now everything is all good. and now his life is looking up, which is good. But again, all part of culture. We rarely see these situations happen depending on, again, economic class, areas, specific cities. These things don't really happen too much. Situation that happened not too long ago here in Georgia. My wife, she works at a childcare center, and one of the parents is a teacher, says, and that works at one of the local schools. It was saying that there were two seniors, good kids, two seniors that decided to get in the fight the last day of school, so they decided not to walk. There's probably people that was trying to fly out to come to your graduation, and now you're not walking. It's crazy. That's what they came here for. Same from Taiwan. People probably came out to see a graduation and was probably like, yeah, girl, yeah, just for you to not get your diploma. Why did you have to do that? These are decisions that is made by the children who we are to discipline. So if it's a matter of this young gentleman in the situation in the fight at the school, we have to help with disciplining to allow them to channel their anger and their frustration so that they don't lash out, and maybe even, get them in situations where they're not involved with other people like this. It's kind of hard to do in the school because you see them every day. That's whatever. But with this young individual lady who decided to do this provocative split on stage, again, discernment, time and a place for things. If you're going to be of the world, then I guess be of the world. But even then, I don't even think those that are of the world will think this was necessary. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.